There are two kinds of fire in this world, and every life is shaped by which one it feeds. The first fire is loud, it flares fast, burns bright, and devours everything around it. It promises warmth, excitement, escape. It crackles with pleasure and fades just as quickly, leaving the hands empty and the spirit cold. This is the fire most people live by. They chase it in dopamine. They worship it in stimulation. They spend their days feeding it with distractions, indulgences, impulses, anything that makes them feel something now. They call it freedom. They call it happiness. They call it living. But look closely. That fire never forges anything. It consumes and disappears again and again and again. And every time it fades, it takes a piece of them with it. Then there is the second fire, the one warriors are taught to guard. This fire does not scream. It does not beg for attention. It does not burn recklessly. It is carried. It is protected from the wind, fed slowly, contained with discipline. This fire is not spent for pleasure. It is reserved for purpose. It is the fire that tempers steel, the fire that hardens resolve, the fire that allows a warrior to stand when others collapse. That fire is restraint. That fire is discernment. That fire is sustained fulfillment. They burn themselves out chasing sensation. You were built to endure. They pour their energy into every urge that passes through them. Every craving, every distraction, every emotional spike, and then wonder why they feel weak, scattered, and exhausted. You are here to learn something different. You are here to learn how to hold your energy, how to gather it, how to sharpen it, how to deploy it only when it matters. Low vibration is easy. It requires no training, no awareness, no courage. Any weak man can numb himself. Any undisciplined mind can chase the hit. Any frightened soul can drown the inner voice with noise. The world is built to make this path effortless. Screens everywhere, comfort everywhere, distraction everywhere, 1,000 ways to escape yourself. Very few ways to face yourself. And that is not an accident. A numb population is easy to manage. A distracted population is easy to control. A population addicted to pleasure will never rise. But the world does not need more consumers pretending to be alive. It needs warriors. Not warriors of violence, but warriors of discipline. Warriors of restraint. Warriors of presence. Men and women who do not leak their fire into meaningless moments, who do not hand their inner state to every impulse, who do not surrender their spirit to comfort just because comfort is available. You feel this already, that pressure behind your chest, that irritation with shallow pleasure, that quiet frustration when you realize how much potential is being wasted around you and how close you've come to wasting your own. That feeling is not anxiety, it is not restlessness, it is not dissatisfaction, it is recognition. A part of you remembers what honor feels like. A part of you knows you were not built to live on crumbs of stimulation. A part of you refuses to believe that this endless cycle of distraction and depletion is all there is. That part of you is not wrong. It is ancient. It is the same voice warriors have heard before battle, before exile, before choosing the harder road when the easier one was wide and welcoming. It is the whisper that says there is a higher standard and you are capable of meeting it. But whispers do not survive chaos. They are drowned by noise, by impulse, by indulgence, unless they are protected, unless they are trained, unless they are forged. The noble route has never been indulgence. It has always been discernment, knowing when to act and when to withhold, knowing when to advance and when to stand still, knowing what strengthens the fire and what causes it to burn out. This path is not loud. It does not posture. It does not advertise itself, but it creates something unmistakable. Presence. The kind of presence that makes others lower their voice. The kind that stabilizes a room without speaking. The kind that comes only from energy that is contained, not scattered. The whisper inside you was never meant to remain a whisper. It was meant to be tempered through stillness, through discipline, through restraint, until it becomes something solid, calm, unshakable, honorable, a presence that enters the world quietly and leaves it altered. This is not the path of comfort. It is not the path of ease. It is not the path of quick reward. It is the path of the warrior who chooses sustainability over stimulation, honor over impulse, fulfillment over the hit. And if you are still here, still listening, still feeling that quiet pull forward, then you already know you were never meant to burn out. You were meant to endure. Knowing the difference between the hit and the path changes nothing unless you act on it. Awareness without discipline becomes frustration. Insight without structure turns into regret. This is where most people stop, nodding, agreeing, feeling inspired for a moment, and then returning to the same leaks, the same impulses, the same low vibration loop. But you didn't come here to understand this. You came here to embody it. Fulfillment is not an idea. It's a system. So if you're ready to stop bleeding energy, if you're ready to turn calm into power, if you're ready to live as the signal instead of the noise, then it's time to break this wisdom down into steps you can execute. No theory, no motivation, just the path. Step 1, cut the leaks. Before you become powerful, you must stop bleeding. Most people think their problem is lack of motivation. It's not. Their problem is constant energy loss, so normalized they don't even feel it happening anymore. Every day, pieces of you are siphoned off through habits you barely question, not dramatic sins, small socially accepted indulgences that quietly hollow you out, endless scrolling that fractures attention, late nights that steal tomorrow's strength, impulse eating that dulls discipline, emotional reactions that hand your inner state to someone else, conversations that drain instead of build, entertainment that stimulates but never restores. These aren't pleasures, they are leaks. And leaks don't feel dangerous until the system runs dry. Here's the brutal truth. You don't lack energy. You're just wasting it faster than you can replenish it. Step 1 is not about becoming extreme. It's about becoming aware. For the next 2 weeks, you do not try to improve your life. You audit it. You observe yourself like a strategist watching a battlefield. Every time you feel tired, foggy, irritable, unfocused, restless, or numb, pause and trace it backward. What preceded it? What habit came right before the drop? This is how you begin to see the pattern. Most people protect their leaks because they confuse comfort with safety. They'll defend the very things that are weakening them. I need this to relax. I deserve this. It's not that bad. Everyone does it. That language is not reasoning. It's addiction negotiating. Here's the rule you adopt immediately. Anything that takes more energy than it gives is no longer automatic. You don't need to eliminate everything. You need to remove unconscious permission. From now on, nothing drains you by default. Before indulging, ask, does this restore me or does it scatter me? If it scatters you, you delay it. If it drains you, you limit it. If it numbs you, you question it. This is not punishment. This is conservation. And conservation is how power is rebuilt. You will feel resistance almost immediately. Restlessness will spike. Boredom will surface. Your mind will look for substitutes. Good. That discomfort is not emptiness. It's unused energy finally returning to awareness. Low vibration living depends on constant stimulation because stimulation keeps you disconnected from yourself. When you cut the leaks, you reconnect. And reconnection is uncomfortable at first because it exposes truth. Truth about how distracted you've been, truth about how reactive you've become, truth about how much of your life has been lived on autopilot. Do not flinch. You're not weak for having leaks. You're dangerous for being willing to close them. This step alone will begin to change your posture, your presence, your tone. You will sleep deeper, think clearer, react less, not because you added discipline, but because you removed sabotage. Most people want more power without less waste. You know better now. Before you sharpen the blade, you stop dropping it. Before you build strength, you stop hemorrhaging it. Cut the leaks, not with guilt, not with rage, but with discernment. This is the first act of honor. Step 2, train stillness as a weapon. Most people think stillness is weakness. They're wrong. Stillness is terrifying only to those who have lost control of their own mind. Low vibration living is loud by design. Noise keeps you distracted. Constant input keeps you reactive. Endless stimulation keeps you from ever noticing how fragmented you've become. They run from silence because silence exposes the truth they've been avoiding. You will do the opposite. Stillness is not about peace. It is about authority. When you sit without stimulation, the nervous system panics at first. Thoughts accelerate. Impulses surface, and the mind demands entertainment like a spoiled child demanding sugar. This is not a sign you're doing it wrong. This is the withdrawal phase. Your brain has been trained to depend on dopamine spikes to regulate emotion. Stillness removes that crutch. And in the absence of distraction, you finally see what has been governing you. Unprocessed anger, lingering fear, buried ambition, suppressed grief, restlessness that has nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with misdirected energy. Stillness doesn't create these forces, it reveals them. This is why most people never develop discernment. They never stay still long enough to hear themselves clearly. Your practice is simple, but it will not feel easy. Every day you sit in intentional silence. No phone, no music, no guided voices, no escape. You sit upright. You breathe slowly through the nose. You keep your spine tall, not relaxed, not slouched. This is not comfort. This is training. At first, your mind will sprint in every direction. Let it. Do not chase thoughts. Do not argue with them. Do not follow them. You are not here to think. You are here to observe. Every time the urge to reach for stimulation arises, you notice it and let it pass. This is the critical skill. Impulse loses power the moment it is seen clearly. Stillness trains the gap between urge and action. That gap is where discernment lives. Low vibration people act immediately on emotion. High vibration people pause. They don't suppress feeling. They contain it, and containment is strength. As days pass, something subtle begins to happen. Your breath slows. Your thoughts space out. Your internal noise drops in volume. You are no longer chasing calm. Calm starts to arrive, not the fragile calm of comfort, but the grounded calm of control. This is sustained energy. Stillness stops spiritual energy spillage by teaching your system that it does not need to react to every internal signal. You begin to realize something unsettling and empowering. You've been giving your energy away not because you had to, but because you never practiced holding it. Stillness is how you reclaim that power. Eventually, silence stops feeling empty. It starts to feel full of awareness, full of clarity, full of presence. You begin to notice how loud the world is, how frantic people move, how quickly they seek stimulation when discomfort appears, and you will feel something new, distance, Not emotional detachment, but sovereignty. You're no longer dragged by every mood, no longer hijacked by every urge, no longer dependent on noise to feel alive. This is why stillness is a weapon. Because in a reactive world, the calm mind dominates. A person who can sit with themselves without flinching cannot be controlled by impulse, fear, or distraction. This is where your presence begins to change. You speak less, you listen more. Your words carry weight because they are not rushed. People feel it, even if they can't name it. Stillness sharpens you. It turns emotional chaos into stored energy. It turns restlessness into focus. It turns noise into discernment. And once you master stillness, you are no longer living at the mercy of the hit. You are operating from the center. This is the foundation of sustained fulfillment. Everything else builds on this. Step 3. Convert impulse into intention. This is where most people fail, not because they lack willpower, but because they misunderstand desire. They think discipline means killing impulse. They think strength means becoming numb. They think control means suppression. That approach always collapses. Impulse is not the enemy. Impulse is raw energy without direction. Left unmanaged, it drags you toward distraction, indulgence, and fragmentation. But when trained, it becomes fuel. This step is about command, not resistance. Low vibration people obey the first signal they feel. Hunger, boredom, anger, lust, restlessness, action follows immediately. High vibration individuals insert a decision between urge and behavior. That pause is everything. When an impulse hits, you do not judge it, you do not indulge it, you capture it. You say, this energy belongs to me. Most impulses surge because energy has nowhere constructive to go. Your nervous system is primed for movement, creation, or confrontation, but modern life offers only consumption. So the energy turns inward and rots. Your task is to give it a direction worthy of it. The rule is simple. Every impulse must be followed by intentional redirection. Restless, move the body. Agitated, train hard. Distracted, focus on a single demanding task. Sexual energy surging, create something, build something, channel it. Emotion rising, write, walk, breathe, lift, not later, immediately. This trains your system to associate impulse with action that builds, not action that leaks. At first, this will feel forced. Your mind will protest. It's not the same. I just want the hit. I'll do it later. That voice is not truth. It is conditioning. Dopamine dependency teaches the brain to crave quick relief, not meaningful effort. You are retraining the circuit. Over time, something critical happens. The body begins to anticipate redirection. Impulse no longer means indulgence. Impulse means engagement. Your energy stops turning inward. It moves outward into progress. This is how fulfillment replaces addiction. Fulfillment is not pleasure. It is the deep satisfaction of using your energy in alignment with your values. And alignment changes how dopamine behaves. You stop chasing spikes. You begin experiencing steady, sustained reward. Not excitement, but confidence. Not thrill, but grounded drive. Most people never feel this because they never outgrow reactivity. They feel a surge and discharge it immediately. You feel a surge and deploy it. This is warrior economics. Energy is currency. You do not waste currency on fleeting relief. You invest it into assets that compound. Your strength increases, your focus sharpens, your tolerance for discomfort expands. You begin to trust yourself again because every time impulse rises, you prove something. You are in command. This is also where emotional maturity develops. When anger appears, you don't explode. You channel it into training or focused work. When desire appears, you don't scatter yourself, you concentrate it. When boredom appears, you don't numb it, you use it. Boredom is unused potential. Most people drown it in noise. You convert it into creation. Eventually, the urges that once controlled you lose their authority. Not because they vanish, but because they've been repurposed. You stop feeling at war with yourself. Your inner world becomes cooperative. Impulse stops sabotaging you and starts signaling there is energy available. Deploy it. This is how long-term sustainability is built. Not by eliminating passion, but by containing it. Uncontained passion burns bright and dies fast. Contained passion becomes presence. Calm, powerful, unmistakable presence. This is the moment where others begin to notice something different about you. You are not frantic. You are not reactive. You are not chasing relief. You are moving with intent. And intent changes everything. Because a person who can redirect impulse cannot be manipulated by temptation. They cannot be rushed. They cannot be baited. They cannot be drained. They move when they decide. This is the turning point. This is where discipline stops being effort and starts being identity. From here on, you are no longer at the mercy of the hit. You are the one giving orders. Step 4. Build a daily energy code. Power is not created in moments of intensity. It is created in systems. Most people live reactively. They wake up already behind. They let the world decide their rhythm. They move based on mood, urgency, or external pressure. That lifestyle guarantees volatility. You are not here to live volatile. You are here to become stable and dangerous. A daily energy code is how you do it. This is not a schedule meant to impress. It is a structure meant to protect your internal state. Because sustained fulfillment does not come from willpower. It comes from predictability. When your nervous system knows what to expect, it stops wasting energy on chaos. Low vibration lives are unstructured by design. Uncertainty keeps people distracted, anxious, and reactive. Structure does the opposite. It creates calm. Calm creates clarity. Clarity creates authority. Your code is built around 5 non-negotiables: wake, move, stillness, focused work, intentional rest. Nothing fancy, nothing dramatic. Consistency over intensity. You wake at the same time every day, not because you feel like it, but because discipline begins before emotion wakes up. The body learns rhythm. Rhythm restores energy. You move your body early, not to look good, not to punish yourself, to signal strength. Movement clears stagnant emotion. It discharges nervous tension. It anchors you into the physical world before the mental noise starts. Stillness follows movement. You sit, you breathe, you recalibrate. This is where you reclaim control after physical exertion. Action without reflection leads to aggression. Reflection without action leads to stagnation. You do both. Then comes focused work. One task, one objective, one block of deep effort, no multitasking, no dopamine grazing. This is where self-respect is built. When you complete what you said you would, day after day, you rewire your identity. You stop asking if you're disciplined. You know you are. Finally, intentional rest. Rest is not collapse, it is restoration. Low vibration rest is escapism. High vibration rest is deliberate. You choose when to disengage. You choose how to recover. You choose activities that return energy rather than steal it. Sleep is sacred. Nutrition is clean. Even entertainment is chosen, not defaulted. This is the difference between recovery and sedation. Your daily energy code removes decision fatigue. You no longer debate with yourself all day. You follow the code. Emotion stops running your life. Standards do. And standards are what separate heroes from spectators. At first, this will feel restrictive. Your mind will say, This is too rigid. I need flexibility. This isn't realistic. That voice belongs to chaos. Freedom is not randomness. Freedom is reliability. When your days are structured, your mind is free. Free to think clearly. Free to respond instead of react. Free to conserve energy for what actually matters. Over time, this structure does something powerful. It stabilizes your emotional baseline. You stop riding highs and lows. You stop depending on motivation. You stop collapsing when inspiration fades. You show up anyway. That is sustained calm. This is why disciplined people seem unshakable. They are not stronger emotionally. They are less dependent on emotion. Their power comes from routine, executed with honor. Others chase breakthroughs. You build inevitability, and inevitability wins. The daily energy code turns discipline from something you do into something you are. It becomes your armor, your anchor, your signature. People will ask how you stay consistent, how you stay calm, how you keep moving forward when others burn out. You won't give them a secret. You'll give them a truth they don't want to hear. You stopped negotiating with yourself. You stopped waiting to feel ready. You stopped wasting energy on indecision. You chose structure, and structure chose you back. This is how fulfillment becomes sustainable. Not through intensity, not through motivation, through order. And order is the quiet force behind every lasting hero. Step 5, live as a signal, not a consumer. This is the final separation. Up to this point, you've conserved energy, trained stillness, redirected impulse, and built structure. Now comes the responsibility that follows power, because power that serves only the self eventually collapses. The final step is not about doing more, it's about becoming something others feel. Most people live as consumers. They consume information. They consume entertainment. They consume validation. They consume outrage, fear, trends, and approval. Their identity is shaped by what they take in. That is why they are easily moved, easily triggered, easily drained. A signal is different. A signal does not absorb the world. It stabilizes it. When you walk into a room as a signal, nothing about you demands attention. Yet attention shifts, not because you're loud, not because you perform, but because your internal state is coherent. Coherence is rare. It is what happens when thought, emotion, and action align. This is what others subconsciously recognize as leadership. Living as a signal means your behavior is intentional, even when unobserved. Your reactions are measured, even when provoked. Your standards remain intact, even when compromise would be easier. You stop explaining yourself. You stop performing morality. You stop signaling virtue. You simply are. This is uncomfortable for low-vibration people. Your calm exposes their chaos. Your restraint highlights their excess. Your consistency disrupts their excuses. Some will be drawn to you. Others will resent you. Both reactions confirm the same truth. You are no longer neutral. You have weight. Living as a signal also means choosing contribution over consumption. Not grand gestures, not preaching, not saving the world. Contribution through presence. You listen when others are frantic. You speak when it matters. You move with integrity when shortcuts are available. You become someone others regulate themselves around. That is influence without effort. This is where the whisper becomes something more. At first, the call inside you was quiet. A discomfort, a refusal to live small, a sense that there was more expected of you. You honored it by changing how you live. Now that whisper becomes embodied authority. You don't announce your values. They are visible in how you move through pressure, in how you hold your energy, in how you refuse to descend into the noise. This is how heroes are made in the modern world, not through spectacle and not through dominance, through stability. The world is chaotic, anxious, reactive, addicted to stimulation. It doesn't need more opinions. It needs anchors, people who do not panic, people who do not escalate, people who do not leak energy into every emotional spike. When you live as a signal, you answer that need. You become a point of orientation. Others may never thank you. They may never articulate what they feel around you, but they will feel it, and that is enough. This step also requires discernment about where you give your attention. Signals are selective. You do not argue with the chaotic. You do not chase validation from the undisciplined. You do not spend energy convincing those who are not ready. You stand, and standing is louder than speech. Over time, your life becomes a quiet rebuke to excess, a living contrast to impulse, a demonstration of what sustained fulfillment looks like in real form. This is when your calm becomes contagious, not because you try to inspire, but because coherence is magnetic. This is the noble route, not isolation, not superiority, responsibility. The responsibility to remain stable in an unstable world, the responsibility to conserve energy when others waste it, the responsibility to act with honor when dishonor is normalized. This is what it means to answer the call, not once, every day. You do not need permission to live this way. You do not need an audience. You only need to decide that your life will be a signal, clear, grounded, unmistakable. Low vibration is easy, consumption is easy, reaction is easy, but you chose the harder path, the path of restraint, the path of coherence, the path of honor. And in a world starving for direction, that makes you rare, that makes you necessary, that makes you a hero, not by title, but by presence. This was never about denying pleasure. It was about choosing permanence over impulse. You were never broken for craving intensity. You were misdirected. The world taught you to spend your energy on moments that disappear, scrolls, hits, noise, approval, and then blamed you for feeling empty afterward. Now you know the truth. Fulfillment is not found in the spike. It is forged in restraint, in structure, in stillness, in honor. Low vibration will always be available. Distraction will always be easy. The hit will always be one tap away. But heroes are not made by what is available. They are made by what is chosen. You chose to listen to the whisper instead of drowning it. You chose to conserve your energy instead of leaking it. You chose to build calm instead of chasing chaos. You chose to become a signal in a world addicted to noise. That choice changes everything. From this moment forward, your life is no longer about feeling good. It is about being grounded, being reliable, being dangerous in silence. The path won't reward you immediately, but it will shape you permanently. And one day, you will realize something quietly, without ceremony. You no longer crave the hit. You no longer chase the noise. You no longer doubt your direction, because you became the kind of person who does not need escape. You became the presence others feel when they don't know why they suddenly feel steadier. That is fulfillment. That is honor. And that is how heroes are built. Not in moments of excitement, but in a lifetime of discernment.